Hello everyone, in this video I will show you how to convert fractions into decimals and decimals into fractions. To convert a fraction you have to divide it and the quotient will be the answer. It doesn't have to be necessarily a proper fraction, it could be improper fraction, or it could be a mixed fraction, mixed number, and you can convert it to fractions. So to convert this into a decimal, you have to write it. So it's basically the same thing as 3 divided by 5. So you write it like this, and you now divide it. So 5 doesn't go into 3. What you have to do is you put a decimal, a 0 and a decimal at the top and the quotient, and a 0 and the dividend. So now we have 5 goes into 30. How many times? 6 times. 6 times 5 is 30. You subtract, you get 0. So there is nothing remained. So the answer is 0.6. That's just how you convert it to decimal. It's just that easy. If you don't know how to divide, then look into my another video where I show you how to divide numbers, or small numbers or decimal numbers. So to do this one, 1 over 6, again 1 over 6 can be written like this, 1 divided by 6, and you can write it in this notation as this. Again 6 doesn't go into 1, so we put a decimal and a 0 at the top, so 0 and then a decimal, and then you add a 0 and a dividend. Now how many times does 6 go into 10? Once, because if you put 2 i's it will be 12 and doesn't go into 10, right? 10 is less than 12, so we have to say once. 1 times 6 is 6. Again you subtract, you get 4. As I said in my other video, because you have a decimal here, now you are allowed to add 1 0. 1 0. Now it's 40. How many times does 6 go into 40? 6 times. 6 times 6 is 36. When you subtract it again, you get 0. So it seems that it's gonna continue like this, and the answer is gonna be 0.16666. So you could either write 0.16 or 0.1666. So, but sometimes you get a fraction like, let's say 1 over 10. So when you get any number, let's say 1 over 10, 2 over 100, or maybe any number, it doesn't matter, over 1000, any number, these are easy. Okay, as when you have a 0, when you have a 10, 100, 1000, 10,000, 1 million, whatever, as long as it's 1 and zeros, your answer for this, your answer will be 0.1. Okay, whatever you have the decimal, you just put it on the other side. For example, for this one, it's gonna be, because there is 2 zeros, you put 2 zeros like that. Whatever zeros you have, you go from the decimal points, you just go that many places and you write. So if you have two zeros, that this number goes in the second place after the decimal point. So because here we have 1000, for this it will be 0.058. okay, so you have 3 decimal places. These 2 numbers just go in the last 2 places. Okay, so you always start from this point if you want to put it like this. If you want to write it like this, these numbers go here, this goes here, and the decimal goes here. You, instead of 1, you just put a 0, just like in here. So you just put 2 here, 0 and decimal like this. So if you want to remember, that's just suggesting one way. So to convert this is just basically what I told you here. All you have to do is just write this number without the decimal, and then when you have after the decimal, you have how many places, how many decimal places? 1, 2, 3. You write 1 and 3 zeros. The same thing for this. You write the number here and you write that line, and then again you write start 1, 0, 0. Now you can check this by dividing it and getting the same answer. So converting a decimal to a fraction is easy. All you have to do is just write these, anything that you see after the decimal, you write it in the numerator, and the denominator you write the same number of zeros, 1 with the same number of zeros. So if you have 3, let's say you have 22, 0.22, all you have to do is write 22 over 100, because there's 2 decimal places, so you write 1 with 2 zeros. If you have 2 over, I'll keep writing fractions. If you have 0.2, all you have to do is just write 2 over 10, because remember 1 has to be there, and how many decimal places there are, how many numbers? You have 1, so you write 1 0. Here we have 2 numbers, you write 2 zeros. Here we have 3 numbers after the decimal, you put 3 zeros. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe.